Welcome back. I'm Uday Pratap Singh. Joining us on NewsX. Our big focus this hour is crude oil prices surge past $105 per barrel and tensions escalate in West Asia. Prime Minister Modi has urged Indians to rethink some everyday habits. Use less petrol and diesel, increase the adoption of electric vehicles, avoid unnecessary foreign travel, postpone non-essential gold purchases, reduce dependence on imported products. The broader message, however, was about reducing dependence on imported energy resources across the board. The concern has intensified after Brent crude prices surged above $105 a barrel following fresh uncertainty surrounding the US-Iran conflict and fears over disruptions in the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most important oil shipping routes. US benchmark West Texas Intermediate rose 2.54% to $97.84 a barrel. Meanwhile, petrol and diesel prices in India may be heading towards another round of increases as surging crude oil prices and tensions in West Asia put pressure on OMCs, government finances and India's import bill. Jayajit Bhattacharya, President CDEPR, is joining us on the broadcast. Jayajit, this appeal by Prime Minister, pretty timely, but obviously there is a broader message, an underlying message through it all, reduced dependence on, of course, foreign imports.
Yes, unfortunately, 90% of our energy imports is imported. And therefore, that puts a lot of pressure on India. Now, when the energy prices, which is essentially the oil prices, go up globally, it has a deep impact on India. Energy is roughly 20% of our total import basket. So imagine if the prices go up by 50%, and that's the difference between the average price that we paid in 2025-26 versus what is the price now. It's going to burn a very big hole in India's current account deficit. Now, whenever we are importing more in terms of value, it also impacts our inflation. And therefore, clearly, rupee will depreciate, and we see rupee depreciating, as well as it'll have an impact on prices that of goods that we consume on a day-to-day basis. So it's going to set off a whole chain of negative economic trend because of the issue of oil price, which is clearly out of our control. What the government has attempted till now, from the time that the Iran conflict started, was to make sure that all available sources of energy are put to generating energy, in the sense that even petrochemicals that were used for other purposes have now been diverted back into their usage of being cracked into energy, such as LPG and so on and so forth. There's also been a significant push into using alternate energy sources such as ethanol to be blended into petrol, and a significant push into solar. We are one of the most solar ready nations in the world, but we still needed more time to make the transition. And unfortunately, we're in the midst of a global conflict wherein there is a direct impact on the prices of energy, which is going to burn a significant hole in our finances. Also, more importantly, we were in a very good financial situation and economic situation where our fiscal deficit was coming back to less than 4.4%. Last year was 4.4. We were gliding towards 4.3 this year. But all of that mathematics has gone out of the window. We'll struggle to possibly have our current account deficit within 5% so that we do not have any pain for the vulnerable sections of this country.
Absolutely. And this comes over a time when, once again, we've seen oil prices cross $105 a barrel, raising fresh concern amidst the uncertainty, Jayajit.
Yes, India does have strategic reserves, but that's not too much in that sense, in the sense of what this country needs. It's not a reserve that can help us for a long time, and also it's a reserve on which our military is also dependent on. So we can't really depend on that reserve, and hence it's a concern that how do we make sure that we bridge that gap in terms of energy sourcing. As I said, there is a push on other sources such as uranium and nuclear power generated from uranium, thorium, and so on and so forth. We have had many technological breakthroughs, but we are still not there. We need at least 5 more years to have a significant shift in our energy mix. Now, the other source of energy is coal that we have been using, but as per the Paris Accord, we have been trying to reduce our dependence on coal. And and also a lot of the coal itself is getting imported. Now, along with the along with the imports of oil, other chemicals and petrochemicals have also become more expensive. That's feeding back into our economic cycle, which is pushing up the prices. So, yes, we have managed till date, but moving forward, it'll be very, very difficult to maintain the kind of cushion that we have maintained, especially when we compare India with the rest of the world,
Yes.
including developed nations like Hong Kong and Singapore, where the price of oil, of petrol has been in Indian rupees. In Hong Kong, it has been around 300 rupees. In Singapore, around 250 rupees, while in India, it's around 100 rupees.
Yes.
So that's going to be a challenge.
Okay. Well, we're getting more news now also coming in. Fertilizer prices have hit